Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It's Sho Love, Lady Ganja. We're back. I missed you. This is show 2, huh, Wendy? Welcome back, Wendy.
Yes, thank you, Sho. I'm doing good.
Thank you for joining us. Happy you're here. You happy you're here?
Yes, I'm very happy to be here.
Thank you so much for joining us. So just after the holidays, we just had Thanksgiving. I don't really celebrate Thanksgiving. I'm more of I like the holiday because everyone is busy and they leave me alone. So it's like one of my favorite holidays because I get to sit at home alone and
have a moment of peace
and bake pies. There's no one like wanting anything or asking for anything or looking for anything.
Well, that's nice.
I do reach out and, say to my parents and say, hey, hope you're good. But that's like the most social that I like to get.
No,
I don't really like forced holidays.
I hear you. I do enjoy the dinner part, though. I had a nice dinner with my sister and family. So
good.
It was good times.
Did you do any cooking?
I made sweet potatoes.
Oh, sweet potatoes! It's one of my favorites. I'm from the South. That's what we do in the South, sweet potatoes.
That's my thing to do. That's the one I bring.
Are you from the South?
No, actually, I am Washingtonian, born and raised in Tacoma.
Okay. Right on. Well, you have to share your sweet potato recipe with me because I do love sweet potatoes.
Well, honey, it's just a sprinkle of this, a sprinkle of that.
Right,
there is
totally.
no recipe.
Totally. I know, right? So we're back. I want to do a little housekeeping first. Just a few announcements, a few show announcements. We're getting very organized. We have some equipment here.
Yeah, we moving up.
We have some fancy new equipment. Thanks to my buddy Silas.
Thank you, Silas.
Silas, shout out to Silas. Silas and I were on a commercial together recently, a Macintosh commercial, and he bailed midway. Like, film and television isn't for everyone.
No,
you have to be tough.
I would say you have to be thick-skinned.
And
sure.
Poor Silas, I think he got a little worked. He got worked really hard. He's an editor, like by trade. So editors are used to like comfy rooms and like, little snacks right by their desk and, could just real little, very safe environments. It's not safe on set.
No,
no one's safe on set. It's like a battleground. And I don't think he really knew what to expect, but he did stay long enough for us to connect. I told him about the podcast. I told him what we were doing here and he's in full support of it. So he sponsored with us with some nice fancy equipment.
Yes.
So thank you, Silas. He also mentioned, he was inspired by our endeavors. He and his partner, his producer, had a show that they used to do, and it was quite popular actually. But people got married and had kids and things.
Life happens.
Yeah, so it kind of fell by the wayside. So, with all of this helping out us with the show, he's been inspired to start his show up again.
Right on.
He and his producer, and we've had talks about exchanging content. So the shows that he makes, we can share with the people of the Dispensary Tour, and the shows that we make, we can share with his audience.
Right on. That's the way we do it. Lift each other up.
Yeah. So I'm excited about that. So shout out to Silas. And he's going to have one of his movies. It's premiering this weekend, December 7th. So I'm going to go to his premiere. So I'll have an update about that for everybody. It's going to be fun. In Seattle, Washington, we're going to go and have fun. So shout out to Silas. And another one of our sponsors are, one of our long-term. He's sponsored 3 shows already.
So far.
He's our long-term sponsor. My buddy, Brad Meese, photographer, Brad Meese. located in Chicago, Illinois. I met Brad Meese in Chicago. We were both musicians. He was displaced by Hurricane Katrina,
Oh,
and I was there. I was at a location putting on fundraisers for musicians for in New Orleans. And so he was there. He came and took some photographs and played some music, and we became really close
well,
friends.
that's cool.
Brad's awesome. One of the best friends I've had so far. So he's supporting the Dispensary Tour by offering. We've been doing some giveaways. We gave a giveaway. Our winner, Brandy Holbrook, she won one of her Brad's photographs.
Congratulations, Brandy.
And also for the holidays, and and maybe after the holidays, Brad has offered if anyone from the Dispensary Tour. Let me get this. Hopefully, I get this right. If anyone from the Dispensary Tour goes to his site and mentions the Dispensary Tour and buys one of his photographs, they will get a 15% discount on any photos that that he has there, any of his wares.
Nice.
And he will donate 15% of that sale to the tour.
Oh, well, that's even nicer.
Isn't that fabulous?
Yeah, that's fabulous.
So shout out to Brad.
Yeah, thank you, Brad.
A friend in need is a friend indeed.
I suggest you go look at those photos.
Yeah,
people.
go look at the photos. And Brad Meese Photography, you can find him on Instagram at Brad Meese Photography. He's one of he's one of my favorite people on the planet. And he knows me probably the best of anyone that I know. one of the people. So go support him. He supports us. You support the tour.
Yeah, without you guys, we're not here.
And we could bring you some really awesome content, some really good conversation about cannabis and the industry and life in general. Because life happens. Life happens while we're out making plans. So we're gonna work on that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do.
We're gonna work on it, and we're gonna work on the sound thing. Something's going on, but we're learning about some things, folks. So
Yep. Bear with us. We're just keeping it real.
So, what's next, Wendy? What else we got to talk about? We're going to talk about well, we had that music from the last show.
Oh yeah, was it the Wheeler Brothers?
Yeah, they've been sponsoring us. The Wheeler Brothers, these are guys that I know from Atlanta. And they're super awesome. Super, super awesome. So I've been sort of trying to integrate their music into things that I do, the Wheeler Brothers. So we used their song "Rolling Up the Kush" on our last show, and check them out, Wheeler Brothers. They're also big supporters of the tour. We're excited to have them on board. We love them. We love them. So, is that all for housekeeping? What else we got?
I believe.
Is that good housekeeping? Yeah.
I believe
Yeah.
so for the most part.
You want-
Other than this pile of that stuff.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
that pile. Oh, no, not the pile. I forgot about the pile.
Yeah.
She's talking about my pile.
Hey, I have a pile too. And I bet you out there, you have a pile too.
Oh, no, we got to talk about my little pile, my little messy mess, my little dark secret here. I got a little dark secret. So, you guys know how much I love pre-rolls. And I'm a pre-roll fan. And I've just collected so many containers.
I know the damn doob tubes, man.
Pre-rolls containers, and it's kind of embarrassing.
It's like the Monica's
It's kind of like
closet.
having a cold sore.
Oh,
if I had a cold sore, but I don't really know.
I have had a cold sore. Those are the most embarrassing.
I mean, I would imagine that to be embarrassing, but I would just own it. I'd be like, okay, whatever
what
the
else
fuck.
you gonna do? You got a
If
cold
I could
sore.
recycle my cold sore, I would. If I had one, I don't, folks. Just to be clear. And if you do, it's no big deal.
Yeah, we're human.
I'm not
cold
judging.
Sores.
Shit happens, right? So,
But so does this garbage pile.
so this is like my cold sore. This pile of pre-roll containers. I just don't know what to do.
There's got to be something
I
more
don't
than
know
just
what
a
to do.
store here and
Okay,
there.
but you found a place.
Yeah,
Wendy.
I did. I found.
Tell us what you found.
Let me see here. I'll pull this up real quick. Oops, maybe.
Tell me something good.
It's a dispensary out of Seattle.
Yes.
Canna West.
Tell us. Canna West.
Canna West in Seattle. Oop. Actually has a recycling program set up.
What?
I'm on their homepage here, and it says that they collect plastic, the Mylar bags, the glass, cardboard, cannabis, CBD packaging material. Not even from their own store. They'll take it from any store. Doesn't make a difference.
What?
Yep. Bring in any used cannabis packaging to the Canna West Culture Shop and earn discounts, bonus loyalty rewards, and more.
I love it.
So I definitely encourage more shops to get on board this program.
So what I'm going to do...
You can get rid of
This is what
Shell's
I'm
dirty
gonna do.
little secret.
I'm going to get rid of my dirty little secret. I have a pile of pre-roll containers that I'm hoarding in drawers. I even went to shop for cannabis yesterday, and I said to myself, I'm not going to buy a pre-roll container. I'm not going to buy another pre-roll until I recycle these, and I didn't. Instead, I purchased some deliciousness in a jar, which I can recycle the jars myself. I use a lot of jars. I cast a lot of spells and do a lot of love spells.
Is that what we call it?
And a little hexing.
Just a little.
Hey, if you earn it, I give it. So, so I use jars for. I have a lot of. You put herbs in them, spices.
Herbs came out of them.
Indeed. So the jars, I don't feel so bad about. It's the little pre-roll containers. I try to buy them in pack. Like the 5-pack.
Yeah, Evergrow makes nice little 5-pack.
Oh God, I'm glad you said Evergrow.
Because they're my favorite 5-pack.
I was gonna save Evergrow for save the best for last, but we can talk about them now and later.
Yep.
Evergrow is a brand in Washington State, which is where we are. And they have. You want to talk about them because you spent more time with the family and.
Oh man, well,
the owners of the
when they'd come in, they knew. They had my heart with forbidden fruit, one of the cherry pie tangy crosses that they grow out there. But Roger's a wonderful human being.
He's the owner.
Yeah, he's the owner, and I've dealt with him a couple of times doing
Evergrow.
Intake. Yep, Evergrow, and just a great human. Doing good things. He should be damn proud of his work.
I know his son Adam. Well, no, I put him in quotes. I mean, no. Yeah. It's like I'm familiar with him. We say hello and speak, and friends on Facebook.
Yeah.
I know most of his political views, which are great.
Yeah.
But yeah, that family is just amazing. Definitely producers of really great cannabis.
Yeah, very much so.
And it's all hand trimmed still. They do hand trimmed
and hand rolled joints, I do believe.
Oh yeah,
or hand stuffed joints, I should say.
I love it.
And they're little 5-packs.
I love it. So yeah, we have. I buy Evergrow because they have the 2.5 5-packs.
Yep.
And then another one that I really like, Capital City Chronic. Do you know that brand?
No, I do not know that
The
one.
owner Clyde, I think his name is. Cool guy, chill, smart. He does the little 5 packs, the like full grams of 5 packs for like ridiculous money. Like it's only like $12, I
Oh,
think.
geez.
For like
That's a screaming
that's a
deal.
really good deal.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know how he does it, but and it's really great cannabis. Like it's not like crappy shit either. But anyway, I'm gonna solve this problem with the pre rolls. It's my
It's your nemesis. I feel this. I'm always trying to lessen my footprint somehow. And,
it's a challenge. It's
yeah,
challenging.
it is challenging in the cannabis industry. If you actually walk into a store and just look around and imagine all that waste,
Yeah.
all them containers.
So I think I counted like maybe 21 containers. So anyway, I'm gonna take it to see, what is it called again?
Canna West in Seattle.
Canna West, Seattle.
Yeah.
I'm gonna recycle before I buy another pre-roll. That's my goal. That's gonna be my promise to the environment.
Just real talk.
We're just gonna
people.
keep going.
Yep.
We gotta talk to Silas about this. I don't really know what's going on with that little staticky stuff in the back. We're working on it.
Yep.
I think it's fine. We're gonna figure it out. But this is show 003.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're fucking around with new equipment. So
You're along for the ride. Enjoy.
okay, so the pre-roll thing I'm gonna take care of.
Yep.
And,
so, if you're feeling a little guilty about your dirty little secret in that drawer too, I'm pretty sure there's got to be other dispensaries. Look around. If not, start a recycling program in your store.
I was gonna say I'd like to I'd like to start one here in town where we live. We live in Yelm, Washington.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go talk to the owner of King Chronic.
Yeah.
King Chronic here in Yelm, Washington.
Totally.
I don't have the address on hand, but King Chronic is my go-to store here. I just love that guy. He's a retired veteran.
Very nice guy. Just
Really
met him for
cool,
the first
right?
time. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
very nice guy. I'm glad I got to go across the street and check him out.
we're gonna go to do a show at the location. They have a CBD coffee shop next door and a vape shop. We're gonna go talk to them. Hopefully, if he's there, he said he'd chime in, but we'll keep you posted on that.
Yeah.
So hopefully, and when we talk to him, maybe we could talk to him about starting this recycling thing
Yeah, I can't
at
be
King
too
Chronic.
much.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I think I may have to volunteer my time until it gets figured out.
We do what we got to do.
Yeah, we're warriors.
Yep.
We're soldiers. We're here for planet Earth
Yep.
and to get high.
Very
So
much.
and to heal. We're here to heal too. And this is going to take me to the next topic of today, which it's unfortunate
Yeah.
that we have to talk about this. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
But shit has to be talked about.
You know
'cause
what?
It has to be fixed.
It's like, don't nobody bring me no bad news. That's just that's just how I feel on most days. Don't nobody bring me no bad news. Do you remember that? Do you remember that in The Wiz?
Yep.
That movie, The Wiz.
Oh my God, that's so throwback.
Don't nobody bring me no bad. But we have bad news here today, folks.
Yep.
But this is a topic that needs to talk about because I've had this situation like brought to my attention more than once. People have been in my DMs talking about it, and every time I hear it, I get triggered because I've had the same situation happen to me on multiple occasions. So this is not a topic that I enjoy talking about. And like every industry, like I said, I've worked in the film and television industry for a million years. There's good and bad in every industry. You have some people there who are genuine and amazing and talented and creative and really have like genuine hearts. And then you have the predators.
Oh my God. Then you have the
You
predators.
have the people, the ego maniacs, and then you have the insecure, and then you have
Power trippers.
power trippers, and the list goes on and on. So this past week it was this weekend, right? I mean, I
Yeah.
could check my phone. I mean, let's get it. I mean, if we're gonna report this,
Yeah, we might as well report it.
I should stop being lazy. And stoned. I'm just really stoned. What are we smoking? Is that what are we smoking there? What you got there?
We were smoking a DePerps joint.
What else did we have?
Oh, what else did we? Was that the cheese?
Oh yeah, we were smoking confidential
yeah,
cheese.
Confidential Cottonmouth.
That's why I'm so stoned. I'm like, why am I so stoned? And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah.
My eyes are dry. My mouth. Is dry.
That's why. Okay, so I got this message on Monday. It's Monday. Oh no. Sorry. That message. Yeah, Monday. So the message I got in my DMs, and this is about, again, a company in Seattle, Washington, legal state of cannabis, right? But you still have assholes. Cannabis, I mean, we've talked about the culture of cannabis for I don't even know how long. I mean, we've talked about the fact that the culture, people talk about cannabis culture, but what is that? Cannabis has been around for eons.
Yeah.
For
thousands of years. Yeah.
Forever and ever and
Ever.
and ever. Here, I mean, not to mention how long it's existed off planet.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because we all know that cannabis was brought here from Mars. So the cannabis culture has evolved, and what it has evolved into lately, especially since it's been legal, has been I should say how can I say it nicely? Leaves much to be desired.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Like a little bit more class would be desired.
Yeah.
A little bit more class, a little bit more culture, like culture, like art, music.
Where it came from.
Yeah, because it's all about artists and people expressing themselves. That's what cannabis is always about. And so you have these companies, and when I use a long S, it is gonna be bad. Like it's really bad if I'm like extending my S's. So I know. So when you have companies that abuse their power, people who abuse power for whatever reason, for even if it's the result of this, they were said that they were just joking. But there are some things that you just can't joke about, and I want people to understand that first and foremost. Like what I'm about to share, that this bud tender shared. He's a bud tender in Seattle. He posted something that I felt was unbelievable. Well, not unbelievable. Definitely believable.
Yeah, it's believable.
But
it's unfortunate.
Extremely heartbreaking for me. Like I literally lost sleep. Like this was like Monday, and I literally lost sleep. And the reason I lost sleep, I'll tell you about it in a bit. So I got this message, and this is a guy who I'd been, who'd been in my DMs before and telling me about, his experience as a bud tender, about the politics and all this stuff, whatever. I'm not going to mention his name. But anyway, he sends me a message and says, the HR and operations manager held a broomstick in hand and referenced to using it as a whip. Then proceeded to tap myself and another employee. And, I just want to mention that these two people are people of color. Okay. He tapped, this person tapped the both these employees on the shoulder with the broom while referencing that they could use the broom as a whip. Okay. And this is like happening in a dispensary. These people aren't making that much money. These
No.
people don't pay these people
ain't-
very well anyway.
You ain't getting paid for that kind
You
of
ain't get
bullshit.
paid if you gonna whip me.
Yeah.
Look,
You better
even
pay
talk.
me.
Look, even look. Let's not go there. Okay.
She didn't get the broom handle.
You don't even get to talk to me about whipping me without having, giving me codes to the safe.
No shit. We all know bud tenders don't be making that much money an hour.
We don't even joke about whipping.
No. Fuck no.
So the fact that this HR manager, I can't even, the irony is, or I don't even know if it's irony, the fuckery is just deep. But, so anyway, this happened, and this guy that sent me the message, he walked out. The other guy stayed. The other guy who was tapped on the shoulder stayed. But this guy, obviously, he was like,
Yeah.
oh, hell no.
Before I punch this bitch.
His remark was, I ain't your whipping boy. Or maybe he said a little better, proper English, I'm not your whipping boy.
Yeah, whatever the case.
Exactly. If you even think about whipping me, you better have some you better have a check to back it up with. You ain't gonna be paying me minimum wage.
No. No. Think before you fucking speak, you moron.
Oh my goodness. So, to me, on many levels, that was not just I can't even say because I don't want people to say, oh, she's playing the race card. Oh, here she goes. But
No. I'm just calling it how it is.
But it's not just that. I mean, it's on another level. It's on an economic, social level where people who it's a level of oppression that's very subtle. It's a microaggression. Mm-hmm. It's a microaggression because these people in authority and positions that are signing your checks, they kind of know that your options are limited. Mm-hmm. And they kind of taking advantage of authority, taking advantage of their position
and then trying
and
to
their power
cover it as a joke.
And that's not a safe space.
No, that's not.
And allegedly, this place, I actually called this guy. I told him to call me. I've had a conversation with this guy, and he went. Was going down at a protest. He was going down. Just justice. Justice needs to be served. They'd owed him some back wages, of course, and some bonuses that he'd earned and stuff like that. So he wanted to be paid.
Yeah, rightfully so.
Rightfully so, but so I'm like, yeah, go down there, full support. And anyone who knows me, like I'm ride or die.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I'm like warrior. I mean, for the wrong people, I've actually lost my job for sticking up. Yep. I've actually lost my job for sticking up for somebody else, and then that somebody else kept their fucking job.
Yep.
I can't tell you how many times that's happened. So I don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
I don't do it in the workplace anymore because I've gotten
You
fucked.
end up getting fucked yourself.
Like trying to be, get justice.
Yeah.
And I can't tell you how many times I've walked off a job because of situations similar to this one that this young man experienced, and no one had my back.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm I'm so vigilant when things like this happen and to other people, and I'm like, there to support, there to do whatever the fuck I can. So don't come to me if you don't want me to take action.
Yep, exactly. Don't tell me your shit if you don't want me to fight.
Don't tell me shit.
Yep.
Because I'm going to fight, and if you back down, that's going to piss me the fuck off.
You can't be leaving your shield in the fucking mud, people.
I like that phrase. I've never heard that, leaving your
Oh, no,
shield
it
in the
just
mud.
popped
Just
up in my
fucking
head.
cowards. That's what cowards do. They leave their fucking shields in the mud. We don't do that here at the Dispensary Tour.
No. I got my shield.
That's not my MO. I fight.
Yeah.
Fight for justice. Here's that S again.
Yep.
So anyway, so this guy tells me this, and so I call him, and he tells me, you know, he's going down there to get his wages, and I'm like, great. So then later that day, I'm fucking almost gonna cry because this
Don't be doing that shit.
because
We're gonna be sobbing.
because I lost sleep after the next message because it was so fuck up. Okay, so he's telling me he's going down there, he's going to protest, and people are going there with them, and blah blah blah, all that good stuff, right? So, and I told him that, you know, I was going to discuss this on the podcast, and that, you know, I'd do a post and blah 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 to, you know, give him some support, to, you know, let people know. Then he sends me another message. This message was at 6:27 p.m. on Monday. The first one that I got that I told you was 8:12 a.m. on Monday. So the message that I received on Monday at 6:27 p.m. said, I have to ask you to take down your post in support of my campaign against discrimination because Seattle Cannabis Company, which is the company that I'm talking about, I just called you out, folks. I don't really care.
Yep.
Feels just the fact that he's getting me to like care about these guys' feelings now.
Yeah.
Lets me know that they did something. They
are
bullied
guilty.
or threatened. You know, they threatened him in some way.
Yep.
Again. So he said, I have to ask you to take down your post in support of my campaign against discrimination because Seattle Cannabis Company feels they're being extorted.
Excuse me?
Hold on. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it. Okay, so this is the part that's gonna make me fucking cry. This is the part that that hits too close to home, because not only is this company abusing their authority by thinking they could just call somebody the whipping boy.
Yeah.
But now they're spinning it.
Yeah,
they're becoming the victims now.
Yeah. Fuck you. They ain't
These
the
guys are
victim.
fucking sociopaths to me.
Yeah,
Now I
exactly.
see you as a narcissist, and you're a fucking bully, and you're fucking
you're
trying
a
to
fucking
get
bully.
now you're trying to get this dude to fucking feel bad for you.
Yeah.
Because you feel like he's taking advantage of you, and you just fucking hit a broom on his shoulder and said that he
and
could use
referred
it.
to him as a whipping boy. Go fuck yourself.
So I'm going to try to stay really calm. And I'm glad we're having this conversation 2 days later. What is it, Thursday?
Yeah.
I'm glad we're having this because the past 3 days I've been absolutely fucking livid. Not only at this company that actually treated one of their employees like this, but actually at this dude here for starting to back down, but for being intimidated. And I know that's not his fault.
Yeah, it's not his fault. No, it's their fault.
They feel like they're extorting him. Well,
how the fuck how was one person going to extort
extortion.
them? Go fuck
They use the word extortion.
Yeah.
For his
yourself.
bud tender wages.
Yeah, exactly.
See, these are the guys. These are the type of people that I like to hex.
Fuck! I'll help you, girl. Teach me. Get my own little bucket of hex juice.
I was so upset, and so and I didn't, and I said, okay, well, I said, first of all, my response was like, no, I'm not gonna. Well, first of all, I didn't post anything, and I said, I hadn't gotten around to it. And I said, now, how do they feel and why should I care? Like that was my response. Why should I care about how they feel?
Yeah, exactly. They don't give a shit about how you feel, so why should you care?
Right. This isn't about feelings now.
No.
This is about an injustice. The feelings left when you when you hit this with this guy with this broom.
Yep.
In
and
my
he called
mind.
you out on it, and this is how you return it?
Now you're a sociopath.
Yeah.
I know these people's names, and if I ever meet them, they're gonna know that I know.
Yep.
I'm gonna call them out. Be like, "Oh, you're the guy that fucking let one of your employees be treated like a slave."
Yep. All because you thought it was a joke? Is that what you think?
I don't see the. Explain to me the joke.
Yeah. It's only fucking funny if everybody's laughing. We all know how
It was a
that
joke for
works.
them.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's a joke for them. It's not a joke for him. It's not a joke for you. It's not a joke for people who have any kind of fucking empathy in the industry.
And these guys are now turning it on to him. This is what narcissists do.
Yep.
And I really encourage people to learn what
Master manipulation.
what gaslighting is, what narcissism is, understand manipulation,
Yes.
especially in this industry.
You're going to get mind fucked if you don't
Especially in this industry, in the cannabis industry. You know, I learned this the hard way in the film and television industry. They're no different. This industry, because it's, came from artistic, creative, it attracts predators.
Yep.
It attracts people who prey on the free-spirited people, the genuine people. They know that we're here.
Yep.
So you have to be diligent and vigilant.
Protect yourself.
In this industry, it's not all, not all free love and, whatever. It's like you have to understand that this is a common thing. I've heard this isn't the first time I've heard this.
No.
And it's not the only situation that needs to be talked about, especially like women in situations like I had someone in my DMs, and I haven't been able to talk about this, but I'm going to bring it up briefly because again, this hits close to home.
Yeah.
There was a woman in California who was at a cannabis event, something like
the cups or whatever.
like a lemon haze type of thing, up here in
Tacoma.
in Washington, we have
with the lemon haze,
that type of event.
Yeah.
Like an event or a bud tenders ball. Something like people they get together but she reported that someone gave her there was a roofie and an edible.
Oh Jesus Christ!
And she was.
See, we're not supposed to be doing that to our brothers and sisters.
I mean, I can't even say it. I'm not even ready to talk about this story yet.
Yeah. And it's probably a shame she's not either.
Yeah. I mean, but she did. She posted it.
Yeah.
She posted it and asked people to share her story. But, her story is my story.
Yep.
And I had to learn the hard way that you can't really trust everyone.
No, you can't.
Including the people that you work for. I mean, you and I know you. I mean,
my God.
One day we're going to have a show about our experience.
Yep. We got to let that rest still a little bit.
I'm still marinating on that one.
Yep.
It's been since March for me.
Yep. Mine's still a fresh wound. I'm okay with it, but I'm not okay with it because I know it's not just me. It's not just you. It wasn't just him.
It was an entire store.
Yeah.
Two entire stores.
2 entire stores.
Bud tenders. Just gone.
Gone. Why? Because we're all shitty?
So anyway, another example of someone taking advantage of a situation. So I wanted to share that story just to encourage people to not only stand up for yourself. It's more than just standing up for yourself. I think it's just, calling these people out.
Yeah.
Even if it costs you your job.
Yeah, there's another job.
Call these fuckers out.
Yeah, they won't treat you like shit.
Being in the cannabis industry is not so important that you lose your sense of self, that you allow someone to treat you like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like you're their whipping boy or girl. Like you're their sex object. No. Like you're their whatever.
Know your worth.
Know your value. Know your worth. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for your coworkers.
Yeah, stand up for each other. For fuck's sake.
So this guy, the other guy that had the broom, he has a family. He has a mouth to feed.
Yeah.
I think child support. The first guy that sent me the message, he had another job lined up, so he really didn't give a he was
Yeah.
like, I'm out of here. I got another job anyway. But the other dude, he needed that job. He needs
Yeah.
that job. So he can't really stand up or talk to.
Which is unfortunate because it shouldn't affect his job and his fucking livelihood to say, hey, I didn't like what you fucking did to me. You should be able to say that to your boss. You should be able to say that to the fucking head of HR and not have to worry about your fucking job being up on the chopping block.
But you can't. Not in
But
this
you can't,
industry.
and that's bullshit.
There's no accountability.
That shit needs to fucking change.
Well, there's no accountability. And
Yeah.
the only way that it's going to change if...
is where asses are going to hold you accountable.
Well, and people... It can't just be the two of us, Wendy.
No, we need to make sure other people start doing it.
Yeah, we can't do it by ourselves.
Give them a little strength. I don't know.
And that's every industry. I say that in film, TV too, and in Seattle, there are groups that are starting to like demand better wages. Like they're doing the same job as people in LA, but getting paid like much lower. Still pay good now. I ain't gonna lie, that money good. That money is good.
But it could be
But
better.
it could be better.
Yeah.
And people in LA are getting better money. So, there are some groups that are disadvantaged in the film industry even, The PAs, the production assistants, they're not unionized. They don't have any support. So... and I was thinking like maybe that's an idea of like bud tenders, developing a union. Like I don't even know how that's done.
I did some research on that, but I fell out of that rabbit hole. I believe they're starting up a union.
There needs to be.
Yeah. There definitely needs to be something that protects, because without the bud tender, sorry people, your stores wouldn't have no. You gonna sell your weed, managers? You can.
Yeah. Well, with that said, sorry to this man.
Yes, very sorry.
And I wish you well. He's basically, I think he got a little scared of me because he stopped responding to my messages. I was like, dude, give him my number,
Yeah.
He's like, this bitch crazy. Yes, I am. Just go ahead and understand.
You gotta be a little crazy to survive it.
I don't settle for anything other than justice in this world for myself and for others. So, like I said, don't come for me if you don't want me to have your back. Don't come.
Don't drop that shield in the fucking mud.
Don't drop in the mud, because if you drop your shield in the mud, if you come and then drop your shield in the mud, I'm going to be upset. I'm going to be upset, Wendy.
I'm just going to be standing there shaking my head in disbelief. Are you serious?
Can you pass that? I'm just thinking about it. There's so much going on. And like I said, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Don't nobody bring me no bad news. No, I don't like that.
No. I prefer to be going on with some good shit. Some uplifting stuff.
But we have to embrace it all.
Exactly.
The good, bad, and the ugly.
Yep.
And that's what we're here, folks. We have some guests coming up. Young Boss, 2792, and his brother, they're King City. I think they're out of Tacoma. They're brothers, weed connoisseurs.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I think they're rappers, so maybe we can get them to sing for us. I don't know.
Never know.
Yeah. I'm going to bring some music. They're going to talk to us about cannabis industry and their experience in it. Cool. I can't wait.
That's awesome.
Dwayne Edwards, the Edwards brothers.
Okay.
I met them. I haven't really met them yet. We were just IG fam.
Oh, cool.
Canna fam from IG.
Yep, Canna fam, part of the cannabis community.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's great about it. It is pretty large.
And we have some mutual friends. So we're going to get to know each other. Ooh, that hit hard. Woo! Woo! What on earth is that? What are we smoking, Wendy?
This is the DePerps.
DePerps. Oh, it's delish. Made me take a pause. So yeah, hopefully we'll get him to come to the King Chronic. We're gonna go off site for that show, so maybe we'll get him to go there.
Cool.
Who knows? We're winging it. So, What else we got? We're gonna do some shout outs, huh?
Yep, I think we got some shout outs to do.
What we got?
I don't know.
I know. I just feel like
I don't think we're gonna touch Evergrove.
I feel like we need to lift people up after that whole downer. I don't know.
I still got a little frustration in me.
I lost sleep, dude,
I don't blame you. My
I was
husband
so
didn't like
upset.
the story either.
because it happens. It had happened. It's happened to me on so many occasions. I can't even tell you. And I did the same thing every single time I walked. Oh, actually, there's one time I didn't walk out. I was on this movie once. Bette Midler was on it.
Huh.
And a comedian. What's his name? Like a really big one. Like it's like, oh my God, these are like huge celebrities. And I was working on this movie. The movie was called Parental Guidance. I think that was the last title. It was a working title, but I think Parental Guidance. And I was working in casting, and my boss, she was just a fucking idiot, right? And so I made the suggestion of like, oh, we could do this. This is a more efficient way. What should we try this?
Oh boy.
And she looks at me and she says, I just want you. Billy Crystal, that's his name. The other actor. It was Billy Crystal and Bette Midler. So huge cast, right?
Yeah, right.
And a couple other Marissa Tomei.
Oh, I love her.
She was beautiful. Yeah. So it was a great movie, and it was like my first big shot. My first big job in the industry.
Yeah.
And she looks at me, my casting director looks at me and goes, I just want you to sit down and shut up and do what you're told.
Are you fucking kidding me? Oh.
And I'm like,
How hard did your tongue bleed, or how much did your tongue bleed?
Oh my God, my tongue is split in half.
Oh my God.
It was forked.
Yeah. Shit, more ways than one.
More ways than one.
Oh my God.
And needless to say, I wanted to like have more days on the show so I can like be around the talent and make some more connections. So, but I left soon after that. I quit.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
But before I quit, I called the owner of the company. The owner. This is how boss I am.
Good for you.
People hate me because I go over their heads all the fucking time. I don't give a fuck who you are. I'm going to your boss. Who's your boss?
Yep. Who's your boss?
Who signs your motherfucking checks?
Yep. I want to make sure if I'm losing a check, you losing a check too.
That's the only bitch I want to talk to right now because you're fucking with me.
No.
And so, so I called her boss and I was like, "Oh, these people are trash. You should." They were doing a whole bunch of debaucherous shit.
Oh my God.
Snitches do get stitches, but I felt that was justified.
Yeah, she
can't
talk
to me
people.
like, yeah.
Because if she talked to you like that, God only knows who else she talked to. Like, fuck you.
All I want you to do is sit down, shut up, and do what you're told. And I was like,
no.
And I was driving that bitch home that night. I was her rides. Needless to say, I didn't drive her ass anywhere after that.
Oh shit,
little bitch.
Holy crap!
And I don't think she worked with them. After that, I think her karma kind of caught up with her.
What a shitty human.
She got stuck in reality TV, which is what she deserves. I mean, I'm sorry. No offense to people who work in reality. It's just not the best.
Yeah.
I've done it. And that's just one experience that I've had, so I got fucking triggered.
Well, yeah, of course.
I'm doing that documentary about PTSD because I have experience with PTSD and, my dad was a vet, first responders, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So I don't take these things
lightly.
No, I'm hyper vigilant.
Yeah.
And when shit like that happens, I act.
Yeah. Well, that's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Even though it's crazy and it's tough and it's hard, it's the right thing to do. And that's what people say. Sometimes the right thing is the hardest thing.
It's the hardest thing. And not everyone does it because people like getting a paycheck.
Yeah. Yeah, I know about all that shit.
And I understand that people's, livelihood, they bite their tongue. They deal with situations that
But they got to think at the end of the day and at the end of your lifetime, do those people really give a shit about you?
Of course not.
Of course not.
You have to give a shit about yourself.
Yeah, you got to give a shit about yourself.
You got to put yourself first. And I believe that once you start doing that, like, greater things will come to you, like bigger blessings and like the right situations will come to you. Once you like start saying no to things, like the universe will say, yes, they're saying no to this. So let me give them the opposite of this.
Yeah.
And that's what's happened to me too. Once I stopped saying, no to this bullshit.
Yep.
And granted, I mean, my situation. I lived in my car for a good period of time. I was broke as fuck.
Yeah, and now shit. You know,
like I'm doing, but I'm not. I'm out of that dark place. But I had to sacrifice a lot to stand my ground, to protect myself against that fuckery that happens out there in the world.
Yeah.
And people, it's abuse. It's financial abuse. It's oppression, and I just can't be in those situations because it triggers me to like bad
to say shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're always like, don't start no shit, won't be no shit. Well, fuck that. You got to start the shit to change the shit.
I know. So it's a blessing and a curse.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Even growing up, my dad was always like, your damn mouth. Your damn mouth.
Gonna get you in trouble. Don't you know how to shut up? Nope.
My mouth's gonna make me fucking money, Dad.
Yep. I know.
One way or another.
Yep. They gonna pay me to shut the fuck up.
One way or another. My mouth's gonna make me fucking money. Look at Oprah. She just talks.
Yep.
She gets paid just to fucking talk.
Yep.
That's my goal in life. I'm just gonna talk and people are gonna throw money at me. So be it.
Yep, that's not bad.
So okay, we got some shout outs.
Oh,
we want to shout out to some people.
Well, I know you want to.
Scored.
Yes, I was just gonna say scored. Get out of my head, girl.
I'm psychic.
It's better than psycho.
I'm psychic. Okay, that's shout outs to Scored. Actually, our first show. Someone said, hey, yeah, everything you said about the companies are great, but you forgot someone. You should mention this person.
Yeah.
And it was Scored.
Yep.
And I was like, oh my God, you're totally right.
Yep. They got top shelf flour.
It's amazing. And they price it top shelf prices.
Yep.
Which is fun.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. If you do your shit right, you deserve your dollar.
Do they hermetically seal their jars? I feel like if you're going to charge, I mean, this is just my suggestion.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we're not dissing them in any way because they make like really amazing flour.
And I love their labeling system on it too. So you know, like right where it is between the sun and the moon and your sleepiness daytime appeal. It's kind of just idiot proof on the lid.
I love that. I didn't even know that.
Yep.
I didn't sell that much of Scored.
We didn't have too much of it, and I don't think they got another order in when
Did they? I haven't seen that in that store for a while.
Yeah.
Interesting, but yes, delicious flour, and
cinnamon cookies.
And I have a good source tells me that they're really good people, that they're pesticide free. I'm trying to pull up that message now. Ooh, what did she say? Someone got caught using pesticides. Who is that?
Uh-oh.
Oh, you mentioned them in the last. It's one of those disposable companies.
Oh.
We won't mention them again. Yeah. I have a friend that works for them. I know. It's hard. It's hard. This job is hard. Mm-hmm. This job is hard.
Yep, I got a couple of friends out there working it. I'm like, okay, save your job right now.
Well, hell, I ain't working there, so I don't really care. But they ain't gonna hire me. Mm-mm. They haven't yet, so.
I know, I've applied.
Have you? Yeah. What did you apply for?
Driver, delivery driver, and got denied, and then they
don't know what they're missing. They don't. Yeah. They just don't know.
So I was like, okay. They said the position was filled, but then posted the position the next day again. So
jeez.
That runaround.
Losers. Well, I don't smoke their shit anyway, so.
Neither do I.
But we were giving shout outs.
Yep. Shout out to Scored. I'll smoke their shit.
Yes. And Millennium Extracts, do you know theirs?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Do I have to go there?
They're not who are they?
I had a sample of Millennium Extracts and taste.
She said they're inaccurate tasty results.
Yeah, inaccurate tasty results. It tasted like burnt rubber. It was horrible. I didn't even finish it.
Yeah, don't do yeah.
I don't recommend them. I don't mean to be an asshole.
No, she's not recommending me either.
Yeah.
I'm looking through her. Okay, I finally
said
found
I
her
wouldn't
message.
recommend it.
Yeah, she's not doing it either. She just said that they do inaccurate testing.
It was fucking boo boo.
Okay, but we were talking about Scored, and she says, and I trust her because she's a good source. She's a pretty honest woman. It's a family-owned craft cannabis company, truly clean, and she knows this for a fact. And so we're gonna shout out to Scored. I love their stuff. Their flowers are always beautiful. It was just never really all. It used to not be in my budget.
Yeah, if you're gonna treat yourself to something nice, I would suggest it.
But I treated myself a few times, and it was really delicious. It's not my go-to, just because. I mean, I'm a bargain hunter.
I got the pre-rolls. The pre-rolls weren't too bad.
Oh,
You got
I didn't
two
know they
half
did.
grams for, was it where the $8 were at that one store?
Oh.
Yeah, so I tried most of their pre-rolls. So I got lucky to try them that way.
That.
Yeah.
Since you mentioned pre-rolls, I tried to save this guy for you to try, but we kept we kept pushing the show back. Kept pushing it back and pushing it back. It's all my fault. And I just smoked it. So sorry.
No worries.
But it was I think we mentioned them the other day. Doghouse.
Doghouse. I love Doghouse. They're dog bones.
100% flower. Supreme cannabis. I just like the work of Supreme. Bruce Banner. I had their Bruce Banner.
That's the only one I haven't tried.
Bruce Banner number 3.
How was it?
Delicious.
Oh, nice.
I started watching, remember that show, The Incredible Hulk?
Oh, my God, yes. The old one, the original.
Is that the same guy? No, is that Bruce Banner? No, that's David Banner.
Bruce Banner.
Bruce Banner was that the $1 Million Man? The Bionic Man? You have to look it up. I got my guys mixed up. My superheroes. I don't know if you call it a superhero. But Bruce Banner, Doghouse, that was amazing. So I'm sorry I couldn't save it for you.
You were right. It's the Hulk.
It's the Hulk. Okay. I started watching that. I started streaming that online. I found it like randomly. I like watching old shows.
I love watching old shows.
So, Mr. McGee, don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
No.
I mean, I as a kid, I used to that's just says who I am.
Yep.
The nicest person on the planet, but don't make me angry. You wouldn't like it.
I was Wonder Woman.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I love Wonder Woman. I had my Wonder Woman underoos.
Oh, nice.
Run around. I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I related more to the Hulk.
I thought he was a cool dude. I was like, why you guys keep pissing him off?
I know. Don't piss him off.
Yeah, don't piss him off.
Because he was always, and even when he was green and angry, like he was always nice to the rabbits and he would always be all gentle with the kids.
Yep, he's a big old gentle giant. Oh God, have you seen the new Avengers movie? You would love it.
No, I haven't.
Oh my God, because he's big and green, but he's the soft, nerdy guy. So he found a way to make both characters come together. And,
I love it.
Yeah, it's the soft side of the Hulk.
Well, there you go. So we have, so we gave a shout out to Scored. Who else? Oh, Evergreen. We said Evergreen. We're going to say Evergreen again.
Evergrow.
Evergrow. Why did I say Evergreen? Evergreen. They do the Fica, the fully extracted cannabis oil.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Evergreen. Why did I say Evergreen? I've been wanting to find a good RS. People call it RSO, right?
Yep.
Rick Simpson oil, but like the technical term is like FECO, right?
FECO.
Fully extracted cannabis oil, right?
Yeah, FECO oil.
And I've been wanting some, just to like try it out, and
It's good for preventative shit. You don't
yeah,
have to just have a disease to eat it. It's
yeah.
actually really good for preventative medicine.
So that's been on my mind. So that's probably why I've been thinking about Evergreen, because I know they make one, and I've been wanting to try it out lately. Have you tried? You haven't tried theirs?
No, I've not tried theirs.
I just tried. What's this brand? It's a brand called Crystal Clear.
Oh yeah,
Do you know this company? Yes.
Yep.
Have you tried it?
It's been a while.
I've been sucking on
nice.
this. I have a little bit left. It's been when I couldn't sleep. When that guy told me a story and I couldn't sleep, I took this.
Yep, that should help.
It knocked me out.
Good.
But I want the. I don't know. This isn't. It's the distillate, but that's. I want the
You want the full plant.
the full.
Yeah.
Full. I want it all.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm looking for. And there's like these companies that I've been like, I guess they're following or, connected on Instagram, like in other states like Colorado, California. And I put a message out like, hey, I'm looking for, some oils. Where are you located? Or where can I find your product?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we mail it to you. I'm like, what?
Huh?
I'm like, that's illegal.
It's like, what?
And I was like, that's
It's like, are we talking about the same
illegal,
thing?
right?
Yeah,
and they were
exactly.
like, yeah, but we just do it anyway.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, well, you do it somewhere else. So
Yeah, because I don't know if I trust that.
I don't.
Yeah.
Like, and why would I need to get it shipped in the mail when I have like a million dispensaries around here that
Yeah.
are fucking selling it in the first place?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
that
not
just
gonna
didn't
get
make
it
any sense.
shipped
Why
in
would I
from-
risk having it shipped in a legalized state?
Man, there's a ton of people out
It just
there
didn't make
on
any sense to me.
the internet that'll set you up for stuff like that. I get trollers all the time trying to get me to buy weed and send it in the mail or oil them. I'm like, you idiots.
Yeah.
I'm not going to buy nothing from you in the mail.
No.
No. Red flag. Green flag.
No, yeah, whatever. It's a flag.
There's lots of flags.
It's a flag. And
Yeah.
that flag ain't going to turn into a rose.
No. Shit.
So I'm going to stay well away. Do we have any other brands we want to talk about? Any other shout outs we want to do? What you
These
got?
guys.
Oh, yes. This is a good note to end on,
Yeah.
Wendy. Let's do it.
So, for those that have listened, in episode 2, we had talked about pesticides and labeling, and let us know. It's the public's right to know. And I went to 112th Street Cannabis to put in an application. They
Yay.
actually pay their budtenders $17 an hour.
Ooh.
Yeah, they actually. It's probably hard to get in there.
Where is that? Is that Puyallup?
112th? Yeah.
Puyallup.
It's right off of Canyon.
Okay.
112th and Canyon.
Puyallup, Washington.
Yeah, Puyallup.
Puyallup. I don't know how to say that.
Shit, I'm probably saying it wrong.
I know they
too.
have a Chick-fil-A.
Do they? I have no, I have no idea.
I'm obsessed with that damn sandwich.
I've never had one.
Yeah.
Never had one. So I went in there and I dropped off an application, and then I asked for a indica recommendation. So they recommended it was LA Pure Kush from, God dang it, XO Organics.
Yo, I love XO.
Yeah.
Is it XO, right?
Yep, XO. It was really delicious. Good joint.
Good flour.
Yeah, very good flour, good tasty. But they were like, do you want a bag? I'm like, no. For one little pre-roll, I got enough garbage. But the receipt was like 2 feet long. So I was like, I'm going to take that receipt because I want to know what the hell you put on it.
Right.
And actually, on their receipt at 112th Street Cannabis, they have all the vendors that they carry and all the pesticides that those vendors use on the receipt for the consumer. So when you actually get your receipt, no matter what you buy, it's on this receipt, and it'll tell you the pesticides that
That's
that company
amazing.
use. So fucking props 112th Street, because I know from working in the industry that it takes a little bit of time to get everything programmed into
Yeah.
that stupid little machine to have all that print on that receipt for the public.
Right.
So props, good job.
I'll have to go check them out.
Yeah.
Do they have a good selection?
They have a good selection. They were a tiny little store, big ass parking lot, so you ain't got to
Oh,
worry about that
nice.
kind of stuff. But it was a small, quaint store.
Yeah,
Everybody was
yeah.
really
You don't
friendly.
need that big of a space.
No. God damn,
Like,
no.
how much weed you gonna? It's like,
You end up losing people at some point when you have too much. Variety is nice, but when you're overwhelmed, it's oh shit.
I
There's a
agree.
lot out there.
I agree.
So no.
That's why I have my brands, and I usually just know what I want. And I just go in there, and I
Yep.
know what stores carry what.
Exactly.
You know, so I'll go to a specific store for a specific brand. You know what I mean? Like, I got it fucking dialed in.
Yep.
And I'll get introduced. Like, this brand, Noble Farms, just came out for again. I think it was the original owner. I think was cooking the books.
Oh.
Word on the street. I don't know.
Shame,
The
shame.
rumors. I don't know. These are things I'm told.
Hey, if you know the truth, then call us. Let us
But
know.
anyway, Noble Farms. It went into like a holding, like if you know, sometimes the I don't know how the legal stuff, but sometimes if a farm is
Separating.
like it'll go into a hold for
Yep.
someone to come and buy it out or get it. So that's what happened to Noble Farms, and it's under new management. Someone
Nice.
picked it up after dude.
Gonna turn it back around.
Turn it
hopefully.
around. They're turning around, and I tried one of their pre-rolls, and it's really amazing. I met their guy during a vendor day. He was really awesome. He got me excited about it. I went in there for one thing and came out with their brand.
Oh, nice.
And I was really excited that I tried it. So if you're around in the Washington area, try Noble Farms. They're under new management, new owners. I had the cookies and cream. It was delicious. It was delicious. So I want to say, you know, congrats to the new owners for Noble Farms. And, you know, sorry to the previous owner. Sorry to that man.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to you. I'm so sorry, buddy. Don't cook your bucks next time.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, another person that I think Capital City Chronic, I think I mentioned them, but I just love this brand. This brand, they grow their own, but he also outsources to do his pre-rolls. The thing about this guy, because there are a lot of companies that outsource their you know, for other ways, and I don't know how long. I think that's like a temporary thing or whatever. I went to his facility, checked it out. He showed me his grow room. Really cool guy. He outsources, but his sources are really delicious.
Oh, that's good.
And he does these 5-packs, like full grams, like he's killing it. I mean, I don't know how he's doing it, but he's
This
really.
is the. Whew.
Yeah, it's a 5-pack, and you know, it's really good. So if you're out there in Washington area, you see Capital City Chronic, please support. He did this huge thing during the month of October for Breast Cancer Month. They had a campaign, breast cancer campaign. His company did it. They had the pink packages, and if you purchased their product, a percentage of it went to support the cancer research. Just thoughtful stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like, come on, cannabis companies, we need more. Let's get
That's
on board.
Clyde
That's what we're about.
Clyde's the owner, Capital City Chronic. He's
Nice.
the owner, and just thoughtful. You know,
Very
he has
thoughtful.
2 daughters. He's pro-female.
All about the tatas.
He's a sweet dude. So
That's
shout out to
cool.
Clyde over at Capital City Chronic. We like what you're doing.
Very nice.
We like you, Clyde. So I think that's it, love.
I think
I think that's show number 003.
3. It's a wrap.
Blessed be the fruit.
Yep.
Thank you all for listening. Again, you've been listening to the Dispensary Tour, located in Washington, in the Pacific Northwest. You've been listening to Sho Love, Lady Ganja, and
Wendy, Marijuana Mistress.
you can find us on Instagram, babies. Canna Fam, find us, follow us, be our friends, and share your stories.
Yep.
Send me some messages. If you have any info, any comments, you can hit the DM on Instagram. You can find us on Facebook, the Dispensary Tour, via my personal page, Sho Love. And Wendy, you're on there too. You
Yep.
can find her.
Yep, I'm under Marijuana Mistress 420 on IG. I can also be found at marijuanamistress.com. You can hit me up there. You can hit me up on Facebook. I'm open. I'm not hiding. I'm out there in the public.
I think that's amazing. I've been singing a lot.
Yes.
I think
Making
it's
me want to tune my shit up here.
the mics. I think it's
Yes.
I'm an entertainer, so anytime I get a fucking mic in my face, I'm like singing.
Well, I was telling you about that one SingStar game I love to play, so it was like, oh yeah, this just kind of reminds me of that, but I'm not busting out notes yet.
Next time.
Rusty.
Next time. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll see you soon.